Jacob Miller was the kind of guy everyone assumed had it easy. Clean-cut, all-American, a track star in high school with college scouts watching his every move. His father, Bill Miller, was a decorated veteran turned high school principal. His mother, Karen, was a nurse who never missed a school play or bake sale. From the outside, it looked like Jacob was set for life. But as with most things that look perfect from a distance, the closer you got, the more cracks began to show. The pressure on Jacob started early. Bill was a firm believer in discipline and zero excuses. He'd tell Jacob, "If you want something, earn it. If you fail, own it. But don't you dare blame the world." That attitude shaped Jacob's early mindset, but it also buried him under expectations. Every morning at 5 a.m., his dad would bang on the bedroom door. "Time to run." And like clockwork, Jacob would lace up his shoes and hit the frosty pavement, barely awake but too scared to disappoint his old man. Jacob's life looked like a straight path to success until senior year. He was on track to get a scholarship from the University of Michigan, until the injury. During a practice meet, Jacob tore his ACL. The pain was immediate, but the heartbreak came later when the doctors confirmed it. He'd be off the track for at least a year. That one injury changed everything. The calls from scouts stopped. His name faded from the local newspaper headlines. Friends moved on. Jacob, once full of confidence and ambition, found himself lost and angry. He sank into a fog. Days blurred together. He'd sleep in, eat junk, avoid conversations. His room, once covered in medals and motivational quotes, became a pit of wrappers, laundry piles, and dust. His parents tried to help, but Jacob shut them out. "You don't get it," he snapped at his mom one night. "It's over. All of it." Bill stood at the doorway, arms folded. "So you're just gonna give up?" Jacob didn't respond. "Let me tell you something, son. Life didn't hand me anything. I came back from war with nothing but a broken leg and PTSD. You know what I did? I stood up. I rebuilt. Not because someone gave me a pep talk, but because I refused to live with excuses." "Yeah, well, maybe you're stronger than me," Jacob muttered. Bill didn't flinch. "Strength isn't genetic, Jacob. It's a choice." That night, Jacob stared at the ceiling, thinking about those words. Strength is a choice. The next morning, he got out of bed and did something he hadn't done in months. He made it. Then he walked to the bathroom, splashed cold water on his face, and looked at himself in the mirror. What he saw wasn't the athlete everyone used to admire. It was someone scared, broken, but still breathing. He called up his physical therapist the next day and booked an appointment. The first sessions were brutal. Every stretch, every step hurt like hell. There were moments when he wanted to scream, to quit. But a voice echoed in his head. His dad's voice. No excuses. It became a mantra. Jacob threw himself into recovery. He learned discipline not from winning races, but from doing the boring, painful, repetitive work of healing. He started reading motivational books, journaling his goals, and studying. Without a scholarship, he'd have to earn his way into college academically. He applied to local community college, worked part-time at a hardware store, and spent every evening at the gym. Slowly, his knee regained strength. The pain dulled. The limp faded. And one day, nearly a year after the injury, he ran a mile without stopping. It wasn't fast. It wasn't pretty. But it was a mile. The next morning he ran 2. By the end of that summer, Jacob entered a charity 5K. His time wasn't record-breaking, but when he crossed that finish line, tears streamed down his face. Not because he was back, but because he never truly left. He had just forgotten who he was. Word got around. A local university coach saw his 5K finish on social media and reached out. They weren't offering a scholarship, but they wanted Jacob to walk on, prove himself. Most people would have turned it down. Not Jacob. He enrolled, worked double shifts on weekends, and trained before sunrise. That first year back in competition was humbling. He wasn't the fastest anymore. He wasn't the golden boy. But he was relentless. He never skipped practice. He never made excuses. And by his junior year he became team captain, not because of talent but because of his example. Jacob's story didn't go viral. It didn't end with a gold medal or a Nike commercial. But something better happened. He became a mentor to younger athletes, a guest speaker at schools, and a role model in his community. His story became living proof that failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning if you let it be. Years later, standing in front of a high school auditorium filled with teenagers, Jacob told them, "You're going to get hurt in life. Physically, emotionally, maybe both. You're going to fail. People will walk away. Life will hit you hard. But remember this. You have two choices. You can make excuses or you can make progress. You don't get to do both." He paused and looked at the crowd, eyes focused and voice steady. Don't wait for the world to feel sorry for you. Don't wait for the perfect time or the easy path. Get up, fight back. And remember, strength isn't how hard you hit. It's how hard you work when no one's watching. The room fell silent. Then applause broke out, first slowly, then rising to a thunderous roar. Not because Jacob was a superstar but because they saw themselves in him. Someone real. Someone who failed. And someone who chose to rise anyway. Jacob walked off the stage that night with the same feeling he had the day he crossed that 5K finish line. Proud, humble, and unshakably determined. Because at the end of the day, he knew the truth better than most.